We present to you Older Man, Younger Woman Affair Movie Recap 2017 to 2018, and if you are interested, be sure to watch till the end of this video, but first, let us take a sneak peek.
Chyba.
Держись, Алла. Время твое. Раскилясь.
How was your journey with Kim, Walter? Was it fulfilling?
You okay back there, Dad?
Okay.
Here, have some water.
I'm actually gonna die.
You used me. You seduced my dad. My dad promised me he'll stay away from me for good. You are not taking him away from me.
You wanna have kids?
Yeah, I would have kids. But I don't want to get married.
No? I did.
You want married?
Briefly, yeah. What about you?
What about me?
I've been watching you. I brought you something. This way it can be wrapped around you all the time.
We hope you enjoy the following ranking. Kindly let us know your favorite in the comments section, and be sure to subscribe so that you don't miss out on the best movies. At number 13, Law & Order, Special Victims Unit, 1999, episode, Decline and Fall, 2017. In the criminal equity framework, sincerely based offenses are considered particularly horrifying. In New York City, the committed analysts who research these horrible lawful offenses are individuals from a tip-top crew known as the Special Victims Unit. These are their stories. At number 12, Prebujanja, 2017. Awakenings is a tale about the otherworldly, and not all that mystical, minutes when we awaken. And yet, the film is about the psychological arousing of our heroes. The story spins around three couples, who have recently started their relationship, are going to end it, or never truly neither started nor completed it. Robert, 40, has quite recently separated and moved to his own place. Before long, his understudy and darling Jana, 23, move in with him, albeit not completely by his will. Jana rapidly sets up her own particular manner at home, and Robert ends up in a circumstance he doesn't know how to control. Marcel, 39, discovers that his better half Ula, 39, got her photo screened at a fundamental celebration. He performs one of his average critical/wry fits of rage, yet Ula doesn't react to his techniques any longer. Gradually and agonizingly, the forced shift in this relationship is destroying them. Jonas, 39, and Carmen, 39, meet at Marcelo's show after 20 years. At number 11, Bad Bunny, 2017. A youngster discovers reclamation via conveying his withering sister's last desire, the deficiency of virginity. He scans the night for a sad remnant of himself and discovers it in a youthful whore kid who is their mom's escort. He takes him home to charming Timberland. A wrecked family anticipates there, and the hawker sees himself tested might not be able to sell what they need to purchase.
Very long time. Sometimes the unspeakable turns out to be the truth.
Как это ниже без логики
Boczka, co płaczecie, że się spotkać nie możecie.
At number 10, Cold War, 2018. In post-World War II Poland, Wiktor, Tomasz Kot, and Irina Agata Kolesha hold a tryout for a state-supported people music group. Wiktor's consideration is quickly caught by Zula, Joanna Kulig, a driven and enthralling young lady who is faking a worker personality and is waiting on the post-trial process in the wake of assaulting her oppressive dad. Wiktor and Zula rapidly build up a solid, fanatical fascination and have an unsanctioned romance after a presentation. Afterward, Wiktor and Irina are constrained by administrators to remember favorable to communists and supportive of Stalinist publicity for their exhibitions, a choice that would permit the group to visit the Eastern Coalition.
Że się spotkać nie możecie.
Both Wiktor and Irina are against the changes, however, the vocation-driven, crafty Kaczmarek, Boris SZYC, consents to the increments, and an angry Irina stops. Kaczmarek is likewise inspired by Zula and pressing factors into keeping an eye on Wiktor for him, however, Zula won't disclose to him any implicating data. When the group visits East Berlin, Wiktor plans to escape toward the west with Zula, and the two insist on their affection and energy. Nonetheless, Zula neglects to appear at a meeting with Wiktor, so he crosses the border alone. At number 9, My Teacher, My Obsession, 2018. Riley is a secondary school senior beginning her first day at another school, and her dad, Chris, the school's most current English instructor. During his first exercise, Chris grabs the eye of both Trisha, a famous young lady, and Kyla, the school's yearbook picture taker. After class, Kyla becomes a close acquaintance with Riley, who uncovers Chris's little girl and requests to approach her home for an investigation meeting. Riley informs Kyla concerning her mom's treachery at her home, which prompted her folks' separation. That evening, Kyla dreams of Chris and gets beguiled by him. The following day, Trisha becomes friends with Riley, maddening Kyla.
Well, is there Mrs. Sumner? There was.
I was so broken, Mama. It's so empty.
She cautions Riley that Trisha is risky and claims she has a background marked by playing with educators, as she had laid down with a set of experienced instructors the earlier year. Sometime thereafter, Kyla's mom, Jess, is getting ready for a date uncovered to be Chris. As she watches them be a tease, Kyla becomes envious and subverts their date, constraining Chris to go through the evening and permitting Kyla to draw nearer to him. The following morning at school, Kyla defies Riley about going out with Trisha, notwithstanding her admonition, and discloses to her Trisha utilizes her to get to her dad. Riley discloses that Trisha claims it wasn't her who had laid down with their set of experiences instructor yet Kyla herself. Kyla denies the allegation, and Riley leaves. Afterward, Kyla faces Trisha, undermining her to let Riley be, yet Trisha won't withdraw.
The boys here are just boys. If I'm gonna be in a relationship with someone, I want it to be someone who's mature enough to handle it.
Du lovade att vara försiktig. Vad ska jag göra när min mage börjar växa? Ingen får veta det här!
At number 8, Becoming Astrid, 2018. Astrid Lindgren is shown growing up with her folks, a sibling, and two sisters in the field close to Vimmerby, Sweden, on their ranch, from age 16 up going to chapel, going to moves, helping on the homestead. She is offered a temporary position with the neighborhood paper after distributing her article. She takes part in an extramarital entanglement with the despondently wedded and more established paper manager. At the point when she gets pregnant, he sends her to Stockholm for secretarial school. She conceives an offspring in Denmark to assist him with keeping away from separate from inconveniences. She, at last, chooses not to wed him. She drops out with her family over her choice to keep her kid and not leave him with his non-permanent mother. She keeps filling in as a secretary in Stockholm in an auto club, lastly manages the cost of her own level. When her kid, at last, comes to live with her, he is quite a long while old. At long last, eventually, she accommodates with her family, and they invite their grandson home to visit. At number 7, Funny Story, 2018. Walter, a moderately aged, has-been TV entertainer who is as yet adored by the fanatics of the clique High Dreams show he featured in, is welcomed to his alienated millennial girl Nick's forest wedding. Happy to see her once more, he acknowledges the welcome and goes to her home in the forested areas with her charming companion, Kim, with whom he has an unsanctioned romance seemingly out of the blue following an alcoholic karaoke night in a bar. In any case, when he later acknowledges in stun that she is really the young lady his girl is supposed to wed, he turns out to be profoundly tangled about whether they should confess all and concede their casual hookup to Nick, which Kim is conclusively against. In the interim, he additionally needs to become accustomed to his little girl's irregular female companions, who are likewise there for the wedding.
Just a few things like fashion and reality television and your phone. My interests are a little bit more broad. I like, everything else.
At number 6, Odal Gori, 2018. Eva, 15, flees from an outside yard coordinated by her instructive place for adolescent reprobates. Showing up at the town port, she stows away under a covering in a fishing boat at the dock. However, rapidly, she winds up adrift with the group. At number 5, The Americans, 2013 to 2018 episode, The Great Patriotic War, 2018. A pair of profound cover Soviet covert operatives takes on the appearance of a normal DC couple whose youngsters, neighbors, colleagues, and companions are totally uninformed of their exercises. They're the cliché guardians of cliché kids. At work, they act like travel planners, yet around evening time, they weave a snare of friends, sweethearts, hoodwinks, and authentic figures from the Reagan time Cold War. The startlingly sensible, unexpected developments power the watcher to think about the genuine expense of an undeclared conflict, the stuff to ensure one's convictions if it's awesome, and if it really worked for either side. At number 4, Newness, 2017. Martin Holt, a drug specialist, and Gabriella Costa, an exercise-based recuperation associate, live in LA. Following an evening of awful dates, the two revisitation of the internet dating application, the two youths match one another and consent to meet at a bar. They go through the late evening talking, and Martin refers to he used to be hitched. They, at that point, return to his loft and engage in extramarital relations. They start a relationship, and before long, Gabriella moves in with Martin. Visiting Martin's folks, his dad reveals to Gabriella that his mom has dementia. She likewise sees different photographs around the place of Martin's ex, Bethany, and of an obscure young lady. Gabriella gets vexed at home that Martin never referenced his mom's condition or the young lady in his adolescent photographs.
I really like new things. Constant newness.
1, 2, 3.
If you're honest with me, you will never lose me.
He blames her for being meddlesome and furiously uncovers he had a sister who passed on when she was 16. They have a warm contention, and Gabriella stomps out. The following day, a colleague welcomes her to an evening gathering while he goes clubbing with his associates. The two of them wind up cheating yet admit the following morning and, through treatment, at that point, choose to start an open relationship. Gabriella's companion, Blake, welcomes them to a gathering where they go through the late evening playing with others. Martin with Blake and Gabriella with Blake's chief, a more established man named Larry. They proceed with a series of hookups with others until Gabriella recommends a trio, to which Martin requests Blake, yet Gabriella opposes because they are companions. She before long beginnings investing more energy with Larry and his little girl.
It's probably a coincidence.
Or they're onto us.
And this is what? We take those risks every day, Philip. That's what we do.
Do you let other people?
Sometimes. Do you?
Part of me does, yeah.
If you want to flirt with a girl, you can do it.
You know they're all 17, right?
Dad!
I really care about her. Yeah, I'm gonna take them home.
At number 3, High School Lover, 2017. 17-year-old Kelly begins to look all starry-eyed at Christian, a more seasoned entertainer. Her dad attempts to mediate before the relationship becomes a perilous obsession. At number 2, Lover for a Day, 2017. For 3 months, Gillis, a way of thinking educator, has been having a sentiment with Ariane. His little girl, Jean, similar age to his special lady, shows up at his home out of the blue after a fierce separation. Jean is recuperating from the finish of her first genuine romantic tale and doesn't appear to be irritated by the age contrast between her dad and the young lady. They see each other because both are resolved to live their romantic tales strongly. The personal homegrown triplet talks about affection, devotion, and kinship, and Ariane regularly becomes envious when father and girl go through the evening together. A mystery likewise ties the two ladies. They each think about each other. At number 1, Satan Said Dance, 2017. Carolina has a quick, extreme life and needs to encounter everything. Dissimilar to the vast majority of her friends, she doesn't work in organizations, she is a craftsman. Some time back, she distributed her first novel, the advanced rendition of Lolita, which has become a global achievement. She drives a skeptic way of life, investing energy going throughout the planet. In any case, her life is loaded up with void, which cannot be overwhelmed by drugs or romance. Her life is continuously self-destructing. Subscribe now and look at our next video.